Looney Farm Guy here, and in this video we're going to be looking at every single general setting explained in this video. This is for Farming Simulator 22. It's for console users, Xbox and PlayStation. Xbox might be a tad different in the button designation, but it should be basically the same, as they're both console and for consoles. So where is the general settings? General settings is here in your menu, and it is the little gear on the left side there. And in this menu here, you can also save or quit your game by pressing X or triangle. However, we have all these general settings. The top one is one of the most important settings you will need if you're beginning. This is for beginners, a beginner's tutorial. We'll try to go through this as quickly and as to the point as possible. Help window off. If the help window's off, you get, this is your view. If you go up here and put your help window on and exit out, now you have the top left corner controls, jump, crouch, L1, R1, L1 and R1. These are very important when learning to operate equipment. If we jump into here and back up, L1 and R1 and L1 and R1 tell you all the different things you can do with each particular vehicle. We have this one, we have different operations. So if you do not have this menu on and you're not familiar with the game, these vehicle controls can be quite confusing. So back in here, so you want that on if you want to know all the different things you can do with a vehicle. Colorblind mode. If you are not colorblind, turn this off. If you are, this may help with some things. I'm not sure exactly what it actually changes, to be quite honest, but I always leave it off because I am not colorblind. Interactive zone markers. Everywhere around this game you will have little markers like this to tell you that you will where your unload and fill area is for houses. You have a little marker that will show you where your sleep trigger is. Now if you go back in here and turn that off, these markers will disappear and you will not see them. So if you know already where everything is and you don't like seeing that little icon, then turn that off. If you want to see where those all are, then I suggest leaving that on. The next one is info trigger. If you turn that on, you will get these little guys here. And if you press L3, it will take you to the help window. So this possibly could be something helpful for those starting out. So if you want a little bit of help around the map and you see one of these question marks, you step up to it and press L3 and it will bring you over to some help windows that will explain some things. So that is what the info trigger is. Field info, on or off. I would recommend that to be on, and for the reason of, if you approach a field, bottom right corner, it will give you information about what the field condition and things it may need, and different your crop type, who's the owner, growth, state of growth, yield bonus, fertilized percentage, and so forth. It will also give you information about equipment. Excuse me. For instance, down far right corner, bottom right corner, it will tell you what that piece of equipment is and who owns it. It will also tell you what is in that piece of equipment. If we come over here and we look at the trailer, and for instance, if we had that filled with something, say some wheat, it would also tell you what is in the trailer and how much is in it. So that is your field information that can provide a lot of important information to you. The next ones are just basically preferences. Money units, we have dollar or pound or euros, so you can change that, and if you change it to euro, then you will see everything will, all the prices will be in euros, and then dollars and pounds it doesn't actually change how much you have. It just changes the yeah. Measuring unit, miles or kilometers. Now that is for your speed. We have miles per hour showing in my speedometer there at the right. If we go to kilometers, now it's kilometers per hour. It also for distance and distance traveled and everything. That will anything measured in miles or kilometers, that's what it will change. Temperature units, Celsius or Fahrenheit. That is going to be where's the weather? Here's the weather. So if you have it turned to Celsius, all this stuff will be in Celsius. And obviously, if you turn that to Fahrenheit, all your temperatures will be in Fahrenheit. Pretty straightforward there. I like Celsius because I'm in Canada. Area unit, acres or hectares. Acres is standard US type measurement. Hectares is metric, where that is going to be in here. Here it tells you, where's the particulars? There's going to be some measurements where you will see hectares or acres worked. In here there's some, it's just a metric or standard basically thing. Radio, if you do want the radio on, you can turn it on or off. Radio usage, vehicle or always. If you want the radio always playing, you set this to always and the radio will play wherever you are. If you just want it when you get into a vehicle, you can do that. Or you can just turn music off altogether, which I do because I tape and I would get demonetized or a copyright strike for the music. That's why you will never hear radio music on my videos. Camera, reset vehicle camera. So that remembers the camera position for each vehicle when you exit it. So if, for instance, I'm here and I get out of it and I go into a different vehicle and I come back to this vehicle, it will always be here no matter which. So if I get out of this and then I go to here and then I go to here and here and here and then here, it basically remembers what your position was for the vehicle. I'm not sure exactly. You might want to play around with that. I'm not sure if it's actually working as it should. Indoor camera suspension, off or on. So the description says, if turned on, the indoor camera follows the movement of the seat suspension and gives more realistic feeling. So let's turn that on and let's go in cab, because that's what this specifically is. And as if you go over bumpy stuff, you will bounce around quite a bit inside the tractor in cab. Notice how it's all pretty bouncy because your seat's going up and down. Right? So if we go back here and turn that off, you will no longer bounce up and down with your seat or go with the seat movement. You will basically, your view is steady to the vehicle itself. Now out of cab, it doesn't matter which one you choose. So depends if you like playing in cab or out cab. That's what that is. Dynamic vehicle camera. This camera will try to stay horizontal with the environment. If you turn that on, let's see. Again, I'm not sure. Maybe it's, I never really figured this one out either. I'm not sure if that's really how much that, when you're looking around, you're using your right joystick to look around, and when you're inside the cab, you look around like this. So that's, you might want to change that back and forth. This one is very important. Invert Y look. If I'm here and I push down on my right joystick, I look up. If I push up, I look down. It is basically very much like airplane flight controls. It is how I got used to playing games with. It is what I'm comfortable with. It is how I like it. If you turn that off, if I go up, you will look up. If you push down, you will look down. This is not my how I like to view in games. So that's the invert Y look. Easy arm controls, I would recommend this being on. It turns on the simplified controls for cranes. Camera sensitivity, this is basically how fast you look around when you press left or right on your when you're looking around. Vehicle arm sensitivity, that is how fast your vehicle arms go up and down. It can be up to 200, 300% if you like. What did I have it at? 175. Steering sensitivity, that also can be cranked up to 200%. That is how fast your wheels turn when you are. So if you are in a very fast vehicle, you might find it a bit twitchy, or if you find it a bit twitchy, especially in some very fast vehicles, then turn down your vehicle turning sensitivity and it will slow down how fast that wheel or that front wheel turns, or how anything turns, how fast it turns. I like it. Oh, there. Direction change. So that's when you're going forward or going backwards. This is also this is kind of, if you put it on manual and you go forward and you want to go backwards, you have to, yeah, this, I do not recommend this. I think you have to, yeah, I don't even, to be quite honest, I don't know how to do that. Automatic, just set it to automatic, you won't have any problems. Gear shift mode, automatic or manual. For the beginners, I would highly recommend setting this to automatic and leaving it there until you want to try out a manual transmission. I have an entire video on how to use a manual transmission. I will pin this in the description of the video. It is quite a bit more complicated for console players because it's a lot of buttons you have to do. Engine speed or vehicle speed. Speedometer display value. I have it on engine speed, and that means that dial going up and down is my RPM, or my revolutions per minute for my engine, or how fast the engine is spinning, and then the numbers are the speed, miles per hour. If you change that to vehicle speed, why is it still? Well, it seems that doesn't change anything anymore either. All right, well, oh, wait a minute. Let's, okay, I have to get out of it. Now it does. Right, so you have to get in and out of the vehicle if you want to see that change. Oh, my bad. Yeah, if you don't see the change, just get in and out of the vehicle. Switch to trains if you have trains on a map and you want to toggle to that. Toggle means left or right on your D-pad will toggle to the next vehicle that you own, all through every vehicle. If you have rented a train and it's waiting there, when you toggle left or right, it will toggle to that train as well. If you don't like that, just turn it off. Wood harvester automatic cutting. If you're doing wood and stuff, I just recommend leaving this on. You can have it on or off. That's to do with the tree harvesters. Sound, pretty basic here. Master volume, that's the volume of everything in this game. Vehicle volume, you can, anything that runs, you can set that here off. As a matter of fact, you can turn vehicle sounds completely off or have it 100%, which is the loudest. So you can change that here. Environment volume, if you turn that on, stuff like wind, which is highly annoying. It seems like it's windy all the time. It has that background noise that's just awful. And then you like hear birds and other things. So if you don't like that, you can either turn it down or just completely turn it off. And blissful silence is your friend. Radio volume, there you can change the volume of the radio. And then GUI volume, that's your menu volume actually. Hear it now. If I go up to 100, you can hear the little doot doot doot, clicks and doots and dips and doots. If you turn that down, you aren't going to hear any of that. So that's your menu sound volume there. And that's it. That's every general setting explained. Hopefully that has been helpful to you. If you're a beginner or a novice to this game, I would highly recommend checking out those settings to improve the quality of your play and have it set up exactly how you like it. Thank you all for watching, and remember, it's only a game, so till the next one, bye for now.